My name is Gillian Moore and I own Fuscia, a makeup store in Scotch Hall, Drogheda, County Louth. Fuscia is Ireland's first brand of makeup and cosmetics, and we sell absolutely everything that a woman needs for her face, from a really good skincare line to over 700 products for the face alone. A typical Fuscia customer would be any woman who is in love with makeup. The great thing about this brand is that we stock something for everybody. If it's the teenager who's just spending her babysitting money, right through to women in their 40s who have a lot of disposable income. Drogheda has chemists and pharmacies and areas in which makeup is sold, but there's nothing like us. There's nowhere where you can come in and get your makeup done. There's nowhere where you can get a makeup lesson, get your makeup done for your wedding, your hen night. We can go visit your house with our makeup, and you can have a makeup party. There's just endless amount of things that we do that's completely different to the norm, basically. We are the only independent brand in this shopping centre, which basically means that everybody else is part of a huge multinational company. We are a standalone entity. Getting the product made was the absolute key, and obviously the trickiest part of the whole operation. We had to physically go around and find companies that made makeup who would be willing to make our formulas and blend it our way and make it in small quantities. To go and get somebody to contract manufacture for us was very tough, and that's one of my closely guarded secrets, because it did take over a year just to find it. Branding is an extremely important part of every industry, especially cosmetics, because once it looks good, that's what initially attracts people. Is if a product is well branded, well advertised, and looks great in its packaging, then they're going to try it out, and that's the way you get people in the door. The cost of packaging versus product for large multinationals would be 90% packaging and 10% product. That is because they're making millions of the one product, whereas with ourselves it would be a 50-50 split, because we're not making in the major massive quantities. As we begin to grow, our unit costs obviously fall, which is what happens with the huge companies. So yes, I do see that packaging doesn't get any cheaper the more you buy of it, whereas your product line does go down in price the more you purchase of it. Very early on when we opened the business, we wanted to get local people involved. So what we wanted to do was take local girls and put our makeup on them. We set about advertising, just telling people to come on in and get their picture taken. We had over 600 people enter the competition. It was a great crack around the shop. And we had a panel to narrow that down to a final of 10. We had a Bebo site for the face of Fuscia, which got over 10,000 hits, and it was just absolutely so exciting. And then the public voted from their final 10, they voted down to our winner, which was Grace Moore. That competition was a major success. When I was in secondary school, we had the mini company program, so it was great crack, and as it is, it's a mini company, and mini companies back then were exactly as they are mini, and then this would be a little bit larger, but the same fundamentals apply. Your startup capital, your research, your development, and overall the advice that we got and the experience that we got back then was just absolutely fantastic. And to think that back then I had come up with the idea of making lip balm, which in all fairness didn't sell very well, but to think that at the end of the day, 12 years later, I'm selling beauty and cosmetic products, it's just pretty phenomenal to look back on. Our wedding is something that we've been hugely excited about. I've been with Aidan for 10 years now, so he's now going to be my lifelong partner, husband and business partner, so it's going to be great fun. We're afforded the time this year to go and obviously take the time off that we need to get married. In time, the benefits will be salary and time off and various different elements like that, but in the interim, it's basically being in control of my own destiny, and being the decision maker and having the book stop with me, both from a positive and a negative point of view, knowing that the decisions I make are the decisions that will lead the business towards greater success.